A short notice before we get into the video. First of all, I want to say that English is my third language, so I might mess up at times. Secondly, I know the camera angle in this video isn't the best, and I will try to fix that for future videos. And the music that I use, it will be linked down below, so go check the artists out. Welcome to my sketchbook tour. The exact sketchbook will be linked down below. I have some stickers here. I ordered them off of Amazon. And the sticker was like from a friend, and I just drew on here because I thought it was funny. Without further ado, let's get into it. I have some private stuff that I won't be showing, but nonetheless, let's start. So, first of all, we have a cat that's like baking cookies. I thought it was really cute, so yeah, with this little hat and stuff. Then we have a crab. I saw this off of Pinterest and I decided to draw it. And a girl, I saw this on Pinterest too. And I think this turned out so cool. I just love how this turned out. And I have strawberries with different emotions here. Then another girl, also from Pinterest. And these little guys, these were supposed to be beans because I have two characters, Mr. and Mrs. Bean. And all of my sketchbook are their children. Then I designed my soul, and this was my first attempt at designing her. So, and I freaking love the things I replaced the ears with, like where the ears would be. These balls with like spikes on them, it's just so cute. Next page. A lot of drawings off of Pinterest or references from Pinterest. And first of all, we have this girl here and a robot which is like frightened because of an error. And boys too, because I suck at drawing boys. I'm like so bad at it. And the fairy and the bunny and the cat. Just some random things. And Mr. and Mrs. Bean's children are still everywhere. More Pinterest drawings. This was like, I tried to include features I saw in like Studio Ghibli movies. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And for example, I love how their cheeks look when they're eating. A dog and some stuff off of Pinterest. I tried to draw a Pikachu. I kind of felt it doesn't really look like Pikachu in my opinion. And a strawberry shortcake. Then I drew this girl with like fishes surrounding her, and it turned out pretty cute. Back to me trying to draw boys, and I drew them in dresses because I can draw girls in dresses, so I thought boys in dresses would be like easier for me. So everyone loves boys in dresses, right? So here you can see Mr. and Mrs. Bean for the first time in my sketchbook. Then I have this character. He's like broken, he's like made out of glass, and he's trying to stick it all back together. And I had this character since I was like 12. So he is reoccurring in all of my sketchbooks. Also, I use references here off of Pinterest again. Ooh, then we have a page I'm really proud of. I drew these little ghost buddies, and they have one leaf sticking out of their head, which was cute. And this one has like circles or bubbles for their arms. And then one of my favorite characters, Shroom Lady, and she's basically a drug seller. And I wrote down, she grows little shrooms for you and me, advising consumption with friends to get you guys jumping. Then I drew cherry cola, since my favorite drink of all time will be cherry cola. And she's basically a glass bottle filled with cherry cola. And they're little cherry fairies that feed cherry colas. So this fairy is saying, time to eat your cherries, my lady. And I also wrote down, when cherries grow cherries, they become fairies and take care of friends and families. And then we have Shroom Lady walking other shrooms in the meanwhile. I drew a teddy bear and a strawberry lady here, and a cat with a scarf. And another child of Mr. and Mrs. Bean. Then I drew this forest, this mystical forest, and this was inspired by like a lamp I saw on Pinterest, which looked like a flower. So I tried to draw that here, but this was a very messy and quick drawing, and I didn't spend too much time on this. Some other random drawings of cats because I love cats. And the Pokemon. I forgot the name of this Pokemon. I'm not really into Pokemon, but my boyfriend is, so I play Pokemon Snap, and I fell in love with this Pokemon, but I don't remember their name. Then we have this girl, which was also inspired from a picture on Pinterest, like a dancing ballerina, but I thought of her as being made out of porcelain, and she's like broken. And a snake. Cute snake. And some really effed up drawings. This was like a broken superhero. And I don't know what this was supposed to be. And when I was younger, once, like when I was 12, I drew these like candles that were made out of baby scalps. So like burning babies, which was like, I tried to redraw that. And the porcelain cat for the porcelain lady to have. So, and a lot of other messed up drawings and a little bee or something, I don't know. So moving on to this page, I have like some cats here and some other creatures. And this little guy, which I designed with some people back in 7th grade. And he's basically a ghost wearing a suit, and he is off killing people. And I have this shroom with a magic wand, and the shroom is saying, "Shroom lady gave me a toy," which is cute. In this page we have a girl diving, and this was off on Pinterest, as was this shark. I used references for a lot of things here, for this girl too. Then we have this flower, and she's basically saying, "I lost all of my babies." By that she means her blossoms. I have a little fairy here and a cat with wings. So yeah. And then I have some snakes or worms. Yeah, worms. Then I have some worms here. They look really cute. And they were inspired off of Adventure Time and that one worm, which is I forgot that worm's name, but yeah. Then we have this little farmer guy. We have Finn from Adventure Time, and we have this cute scene with like these little creatures and little shrooms. I really like mushrooms. So in this next page we have a girl with a cat, which was also off of Pinterest, and I was bored in class when I drew this. Then we have the flower lady again, who lost a blossom, and this axolotl man, and he's like the wisest guy in the forest, but he's also really weird and has a thing for feet, which is gross. Then we have this plant, which was like one of my own plants, and I thought it looked so cute, so I drew it with a little face on it. Then we have this cat, and I wrote very chubby yawning cat, and this was off of a picture on Pinterest and was actually from an anime or an anime movie, and I thought it looked adorable, so I had to draw that. Then we have a cooking cat, so cute, and a cat in a library reading. This next page we have like 2 trees, and I drew this, I remember, after a night out last year, and I was sitting on my balcony and I saw these trees, and I thought it would look so cute, like if they're actually trying to hug each other but can't, and so therefore I drew a little bridge between them. And if you look closely, their leaves look like they're smiling at each other. And I drew small little trees here with a spider web and a mermaid guy thingy. This page is covered because there's something private on here. In the next page we have like a girl off of Pinterest, a guy because I'm still trying to draw guys, the porcelain lady from before drawn in a different style, different pillows. This page is fairly empty, and we have a girl and her soul is being ripped out of her mouth. another girl and some 2 sodas, cherry cola and Small, which is my boyfriend's favorite drink, so I thought it looked cute and therefore I had to draw this. A fairly empty page because at this point I was like not feeling it. I tried to draw some girls and this girl has like a mask on, or she has a double face. And this was inspired by another artist I saw years ago on YouTube, and she drew this like girl with her soul falling out of her shoes. So this was like a remake of that and inspired by that. If I remember her name or their name, I'm not sure, I'll put it down. I drew this little thing, creature. It looks weird, I don't know what it's supposed to be. And I drew this really big guy so therefore he doesn't fit in the page. I drew this girl off of Pinterest, so nothing really interesting here. This is interesting. I drew this when I was like thinking of painting entire room, like 4 walls in the room, and I just only finished painting like one of the ideas I had, and I put captions on each of them. Looking forward where time leads, way back home where a lot of laughter and you see the awaits. It was just a bunch of random things, and I wanted it to look kind of psychedelic. So yeah, this is what I came up with, and you can see a lot of paint because there's a painting. It's the next page. It's a frog, a shroom, eyes. The painting is called Your Last Drink, and I wanted to look so messy because it's actually a dream of someone who may have consumed Shroom Lady's shrooms and died. Yes. This next drawing, I really love this one. You can see a goose here and like honey jars with bees inside, and these honey jars have wings, so I wrote down, where goose's mouth tastes like berries and honey flies bees, I am at ease. So here you can also see that these goose's mouths are strawberries. And we have like little shroom guys trying to crawl up the goose, and little lemon homes. So yeah, I'm really proud of this one. Next one, a citrus suicide, one of my favorite characters or drawings. So this is a citrus who always kills himself, so he's called Citrus Suicide. And like here, he's kind of dripping out, and after he's done dying with disease, he like kind of renews himself and grows back. So really cute. And then I have a mushroom with a mushroom growing on the mushroom's head, because I read that in Japan when someone has depression, they basically say that mushrooms are growing on their head, and so I thought it was like a really cute way of describing depression. So therefore I drew a mushroom with depression, but the little mushroom has hope because there's a flower growing out of the mushroom. That might have sounded really funny. Next up we have like these 2 robot girls, because I was like so inspired by Adventure Time and BMO, so I really wanted to try to draw a robot or some sorts. So this is what I came up with. I never finished it, and a little frog, I'm not even sure if it's visible. Moving on, 2 of my favorite pages. We have this like snail with his little house, and you can see like a mouth, eyes and a nose in his house, and he looks at you kind of weird. The story behind this is that this little bastard goes out of his way to like basically steal people's soul and traps them, so that's why you can see eyes and a nose and a mouth, and like basically figures out what their most profound dreams are and goes and lives these people's dreams while these people are trapped, and I have to watch how somebody else is living their dreams. I know it's a bit fucked up, but I'm still very proud of it. Then we have this heart, and basically I call this drawing molding hearts, basically like making bread, molding the dough. You're molding the heart and changing how other people feel about you, or a certain someone feels about you. This was kind of the inspiration behind this drawing. So in this next page we can see a little guy. I designed him because I had like this idea in mind that I really one day when I learn animation wanna make this scene of someone dancing and running in the clouds. I thought it would be such a cute idea, so I designed this character. On the next page we have like a drawing which I didn't finish, but I also put down where bee and fish fly together is where we will find our way, and it's called Wherever We Go. So you can see these two little shroom guys here, and you can see like bees and a whale or fish, and it's like all mixed up. It kind of reminded me of the scene in Ponyo where like everything gets flooded. So yeah, it's like these two little guys are trying to find their way in this mess. A little lemon here as well. It's like a citrus house, I call them, and basically each slice has a little door on it, and each slice something lives in there, but I don't know for now what actually lives in there. So then we have this fucked up girl who has a knife through her head. I can't remember what I was thinking while drawing that, and I tried to draw a cute little bee and an egg with a beanie on top of his head. Next up, a kitchen. Hedgehogs cooking or baking together with a cat, and they're using different body parts like heads, eyes, arms, and shrooms. So I know it's a bit fucked up, but I thought it was cute. On this next page we have my soul again, and I put down a lot of speech bubbles saying hug, give a hug, huggies, hug, squeeze please, because I can be a really clingy person. So at this point it had been such a while since I've drawn anything in the sketchbook, so I wanted to draw all my characters again. We have Shroom Lady with little shroom guys trying to like get her to pick them up, and I thought of a little spaceship as made off of a leaf. This is what this thing is supposed to represent, but it didn't really work out. And then we have Axolotl guy, we have Citrus Suicide, and we have Cherry Cola. I changed them up a bit. Their design looks a bit different. And then I drew myself again in a different style. And yeah, this next page. So I have this app which gives you basically random ideas on what to draw when you don't know what to draw, and these ideas are randomized. And one of the randomized ideas was like a mafia guy or something, I can't really remember, and 3 little bears who just robbed a bank. So I just imagined this being the boss, the big boss, and giving these little teddy bears some advice on how to rob, or directions on how to rob a bank. And the leader of the little teddy bears is like this guy, and they just killed a person too. This page is private, so I covered it up with Animal Crossing paper. Next page, I have this random girl. I was not feeling inspired again. Then I had this idea of like making a store, which was also from the app, and I changed it up a bit. Making a store where you can buy your own magic. And I wanted to make a painting on a canvas, so I was doodling out little ideas here. I never finished it. The 3 teddy bears again, I just kind of redrew them and make the explosion behind them look even more like an explosion. And they turned out really cute. Then we have a lot of bees doing illegal substances. So I also put down bees to hide to fly. And I thought it was looking so cute. Yeah. Then we have this girl, and I think it was off of Pinterest, and she was smoking a cigarette, but I couldn't get her hand right, so I just didn't mind. I just stopped there and ignored it. Then we have bugs playing poker, and I thought it was like also a really funny idea. And if you look closely, you'll find out that one of these bugs is cheating. But I drew some cats again, cats hugging. And I wanted to design this new character, which is basically to represent Mother Nature, but I wasn't like too sure about the design. This was just a random character. I drew myself, or I tried to, and I failed. And I saw these two drinks on Pinterest and I wanted to draw them, but I gave up half the way. Then the Mother Nature character, I tried to draw her again. I'm still not too sure about her design, so still in progress. I saw this girl on Pinterest and it had been a while again since I had drawn, so I just tried to draw her and it kind of turned out a bit... It didn't turn out as like how I would want it to be, but it was just after a long break of drawing, so I can understand it. Now we're coming to an end of the sketchbook tour. You can see one of my characters, Star Guy, and I wanted to design him for so long, and when I finally did, I was so happy. And Star Guy used to be a sun, and then some stuff happened and now he's just Star Guy. I was trying to design a new character again for the last page of my sketchbook. So I came up with this guy. He is a duck and he has the personality of a messed up teenager. And next to him we have the fish guy, and he is on land for a job interview. And he has this very innocent personality, and so the storyline I thought of was like the duck showing the fish how to live correctly. And this was basically the end of my sketchbook tour. If you liked it, maybe subscribe and leave a like. So yeah, and I just want to say I never went to art school, so this is all self-taught, and maybe some of these things might look messed up because sometimes I just don't know how to draw things correctly. Nonetheless, I hope you liked it and I'll see you soon. Bye!